Gyanakosha, an encyclopedia of Vedic knowledge by Pact. Vedas. Rig Veda. Hymns on Agni, Rig Veda, Mandala 10.
ओम गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपवस्त्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणान् ब्रह्मणस्पतान् शृण्वन्नोतिभिः
In Mandala 10, Sukta 51, Rishi Devaha in meter Trishtup visualized Agni as large was that covering and form of texture, folded wherein thou entered the waters. One deity alone on Jatavedas, Agni, saw all thy forms in sundry places. What God hath seen me, who of all their number clearly beheld my forms in many places? Where lie then all the sacred logs of Agni that led him Godward, Varuna and Mitra? In many places, Agni, Jatavedas, we sought thee hidden in the plants and waters. Then Yama marked thee, God of wondrous splendor, effulgent from thy tenfold secret dwelling. I fled in fear from sacrificial worship, Varuna, lest the gods should thus engage me. Thus were my forms laid down in many places. This as God my goal, I Agni saw before me. Come, man is pious and would fain do worship. He waits prepared in gloom thou, Agni, dwellest. Make pathways leading Godward clear and easy, and bear oblations with a kindly spirit. This goal mine elder brothers erst selected as he who drives a car the way to travel. So Varuna, I fled afar through terror, as flies the wild bull from an archer's bowstring. We give thee life unwasting, Jatavedas, so that employed thou never shalt be injured. So nobly born shaft thou with kindly spirit, bear to the gods their share of men's oblations. Grant me the first oblations and the later, entire my forceful shares of holy presence, the soul of plants, the fastness of the waters, and let there be long life, a gods to Agni. Thine be the first oblations and the later, entire thy forceful shares of holy presence. Let all this sacrifice be thine, O Agni, and let the world's four regions how before thee. In Sukta 69, Sumitra in meter Trishtup hailed Agni. Auspicious is the aspect of Vadhya Varsa's fire, good is its guidance, pleasant are its visitings. When first the people of Sumitra kindle it, with butter poured the corn, it crackles and shines bright. Butter is that which makes Vadhya's fire grow strong. The butter is its food, the butter makes it fat. It spreads abroad when butter hath been offered it, and blamed with streams of butter, shines forth like the sun. Still newest is this face of thine, O Agni, which Manu and Sumitra have enkindled. So richly shine, accept our songs with favor, so give us strengthening food, so send us glory. Accept this offering, Agni, whom aforetime Vadhyavyasa hath entreated and enkindled. Guard well our homes and opal, guard our bodies, protect thy good to us with which thou hast granted. Be splendid, guard us, kingsmen of Vadhyaswa, let not the enmity of man overcome thee. Like the bold hero Sayavna, I, Sumitra, tell forth the title of Vadhyavirya's kingsman. All treasures hast thou won of plains and mountains, and quelled the Dasas and Arya's hatred. Like the bold hero Sayavana, O Agni, mayst thou subdue the men who long for battle. Deft Agni hath a lengthened thread, tall oxen, 1,000 heifers, numberless devices. Decked by the men, splendid among the splendid, shine brightly forth amid devout Sumitras. Thine is the teeming cow, O Jatavedas, who pours at once her ceaseless flow. Sabaratak, thou art lit up by men enriched with guerdon, O Agni, by the pious souled Sumitras. Even immortal gods, O Jatavedas, Vaidhyavarsa's kingsmen, have declared thy grandeur. When human tribes drew near with supplication, thou conquered with men whom thou hadst strengthened. Like as a father bears his son, O Agni, Vaidyavarsa bare thee in his lap and served thee. Thou youngest god, having enjoyed his fuel, did vanish those of old, though they were mighty. Vaidhyavasa's Agni evermore has vanquished his foes with heroes who had pressed the Soma. Lord of bright rays, thou burnest up the battle, subduing as our help then mighty foemen. This Agni of Vaidyavarsa, Vrata slayer, lit from the of old, must be invoked with homage. As such, assail our enemies, Vaidyavarsa, whether the foes be strangers or be kingsmen. Sukta 79. Rishi Sauchikagri in Trishtuk meter hailed Agni. I have beheld the might of this great being, immortal in the midst of tribes and mortals. His jaws now open and now shut together, much they devour, insatiably chewing. His eyes are turned away, his head is hidden, unsated with his tongue he eats the fuel. With hands upraised, with reverence in the houses, for him they quickly bring his food together. Seeking it were his mother's secret bosom, he like a child creeps on through widespread bushes. One he finds glowing like hot food made ready and kissing deep within the earth's rhythms. This holy law, I tell you, earth and heaven, the infant as his birth devours his parents. No knowledge of the God have I, a mortal, Agni, knoweth best, for he hath wisdom. This man who quickly gives him food, who offers his gifts of oil and butter and supports him with his 1,000 eyes he closely looks on. Thou showest him thy face from all sides. Agni, Agni, hast thou committed sin or treason among the gods? In ignorance I ask thee, playing not playing, he gold-hued and toothless hath cut his foot up as the knife a victim. He born in wood hath yoked his horses, rushing in all directions, held with reins that glitter. The well-born friend hath carved his foot with vasus, in all his limbs he hath increased and prospered. Sukta 80, Sauchikagri in Tristub, hailed Agni, Agni, bestowed the fleet prize-winning cursor, Agni, the hero, famed and firm in duty. Agni pervades and decks the earth and heaven, and fills the fruitful day who teems with heroes. Blessed be the wood that feeds the active Agni. Within the two great worlds hath Agni entered. Agni impels a single man to battle, and with him rends in pieces many a foeman. Agni rejoiced the car of him who praised him, and from the waters burnt away Jaruta. Agni saved Atri in the fiery cavern, and made Narmada rich with troops of children. Agni hath granted wealth that decks the hero, and sent the sage who wins 1,000 cattle. Agni hath made oblations rise to heaven, to every place are Agni's laws extended. With songs of praise the rishis call on Agni. On Agni heroes worsted in the foray. Birds flying in the region call on Agni. Around 1,000 cattle Agni wanders. Races of human birth pray Agni, worship. Men who have sprung from Nahu's line adore him. Stabilized in holy oil is Agni's pasture, on the Gandharva path of law and order. The rebels fabricated prayer for Agni, and we with mighty hymns have called on Agni. Agni, most youthful god, protect the singer, win us by worship, Agni, great possessions. In Shukta 87, Payubharadwaja in meter Tripstub hailed Agni, I burn with oil the mighty Rakshasa slayer, to the most famous friend I come for shelter. Enkindled, sharpened by our rites, may Agni protect us in the day and night from evil. O Jatavedas, with the teeth of iron, enkindled with thy flame, attack the demons. Seize with thy tongue the foolish gods' adorers, rend put within thy mouth the raw flesh eaters. Apply thy teeth, the upper and the lower, thou who hast both enkindled and destroying. Roam also in the air, O king, around us, and with thy jaws assail the wicked spirits. Bending thy shafts through sacrifices, Agni, whetting their point with song as if with whetstones. Pierce to the heart there with the Yatudhanas, and break their arms uplifted to attack thee. Pierce through the Yatudhana skin, O Agni, let the destroying dart with fire consume him. Rend his joints, Jatavedas, let the eater of flesh seeking, track his mangled body. Where now thou seest, Agni Jatavedas, one of these demons standing still or roaming, or flying on those paths in air's mid-region, sharpen the shaft, and as an archer pierce him. Tear from the evil spirit, Jatavedas, what he hath seized, and with his spears hath captured. Blazing before him, strike him down, O Agni, let spotted carrion eating kites devour him. Here tell this forth, O Agni, whosoever is he himself or acteth as a demon. Him grasp, O thou most youthful, with thy fuel, to the Matisir's eye, give him as booty. With keen glance guard the sacrifice. O Agni, thou sage, conduct it onward to the Vasus. Let not the friends, O man beholder, harm thee burning against the Rakshasas to slay them. Look on the fine mid men as man beholder, rend thou his three extremities in pieces. Demolish with thy flame his ribs, O Agni, the Yatudhana's root destroy thou triply. Thrice Agni, let thy noose surround the demon, who with his falsehood injures holy order. Loud roaring with thy flame, O Jatavedas, crush him and cast him down before the singer. Let thou the worshipper that I, O Agni, wherewith thou lookest on the hoop-armed demon, with light celestials in Atharvana's manner, burn up the foot who ruins truth with falsehood. Agni, what curse the pair this day have uttered, what heated word the worshippers have spoken. Each arrowish taunt speed from the angry spirit pierced to the heart there with the Yatudhanas. With fervent heat exterminate the demons, destroy the fiends with burning flame, O Agni. Destroy with fire the foolish gods' adorers, blaze and destroy the insatiable monsters. May gods destroy this day the evildoer, may each hot curse of his return and blast him. Let arrows pierce the liar in his vitals, and Vishwa's net enclose the Yatudhana. The friend who smears himself with flesh of cattle, with flesh of horses and of human bodies, who steals the mulch cow's milk away, O Agni, tear off the heads of such with fury. The cow gives milk each year. O man regarder, let not the Yadudhana ever taste it. If one would glut him with the beastie, Agni, pierce with thy flame his vitals as he meets thee. Let the fiends drink the poison of the cattle. May Aditi cast off the evil doers. May the god Savita give them up to ruin, and be their share of plants and herbs denied them. Agni, from days of old thou slayest demons, never shall Rakshasas in fight overcome thee. Burn up the foolish ones, the flesh devours, let none of them escape thy heavenly arrow. Guard us, O Agni, from above and under, protect us from behind us and before us, and may thy flames, most fierce and never wasting, glowing with fervent heat, consume the sinner. From rear, from front, from under, from above us, O King, protect us as a sage with wisdom. Guard to old age thy friend, O friend eternal, O Agni, as immortal, guard us mortals. We set thee round us as a fort, victorious Agni, thee a sage. O hero lineage, day by day, destroyer of our treacherous foes, burn with thy poison, turned against the treacherous brood of Rakshasas. O Agni, with thy sharpened glow, with lances armed with points of flame, burn thou the paired Chimedins, burn Agni, the Yatudhanan pairs. I sharpen thee, infallible, with hymns, O sage, be vigilant. Shoot forth, O Agni, with thy flame, demolish them on every side. Break thou the Yatudhana strength, the vigor of Rakshasas.